Hello, and welcome to the recap of Week 7.
In this final video, we will look back on what happened in this MOOC.
But we also will present the winners of the 100 by 100 challenge. And of course, we look back on Week 7. This week, we asked you to watch and discuss case studies where multiple aspects of sustainable urban development are brought together.
Leah Carson from Vancouver really likes the optimistic tone of the course. She posted, "It's very easy to feel overwhelmed by all the environmental issues in the world, but this course provides hundreds of examples of solutions that have already been discovered and implemented."
She also writes that many of the designs and systems shown in the example of the master-planned neighborhoods such as Vauban-Freiburg in Germany can be applied in her hometown. Dear Leah, Vauban to some extent indeed can be considered a planned district. But it is important to know that it was based on a participatory trajectory and without the involvement of commercial developers. So in a way, this example is a both ways approach, both bottom-up and planned. And you also concluded, rightly, that as we learned in the course, it is often much less efficient for rural areas to implement green solutions since density is low and infrastructure costs are higher.
Leah emphasizes that there are so many potential shape and structure and urban energy solutions that local governance can implement, but that local citizens should be better educated about what they can implement in their own homes and businesses.
There have been many insightful things published by participants throughout this MOOC. Key insight of Anton Franker is that developing a sustainable city is about incorporating many different players. Not only the technical expertise, but also social expertise to get the complete picture.
I liked your posts of slogans in Week 5 that reflect your major insights and learning experiences of this MOOC. For instance, Karache posted this image. "All those little bits surrounding the planet are spatial garbage, human footprints." I think this is a nice metaphor which shows that the footprint of human race extends already into space. And I thought this is only stuff of dark science fiction.
Yeah. Maria Eugenia Clavero posted the slogan, "Water runs out, close the tap." Again, an interesting metaphor. It emphasizes that humans use too much water, and that although issues around energy and climate get a lot of attention, water might be or become a more pressing problem to solve.
And of course, there are still many interesting posts coming in, such as this one of the mother bag posted by Maria from Florida, where the excessive use of plastic bags is still very common. At the same time, plastic bags are not taken up by the bulk recycling services. Few grocery stores offer plastic bag collection bins for recycling. She states that until an adequate recycling program is implemented, plastic bags should be banned. Among many others, Yoko Hososo from Lusaka in Zambia responded that he is observing the same. People just throw away plastic bags. He also suggests a ban.
These countries might be very different also in terms of their economic development, but you can see that still many of their metropolitan problems are identical. So we see similar phenomena all over the world. And that is why the exchange of ideas and solutions was so interesting and valuable in this MOOC. It provides a so-called city-to-city or peer learning network to create value. And it facilitates accelerated learning through exchange of best and next practices.
According to John M. Baga, the resource shortage in the city is a very eye-opening section of the MOOC. Water, food and energy are key in running of any urban area. Their shortage in cities pose a very big problem.
One thing is important for you to be aware of. This MOOC is meant to be an introductory MOOC, one that provides you with an overview of major challenges and key themes of sustainable urban development.
It shows that identifying challenges and developing and implementing advanced metropolitan solutions in an interdisciplinary way is a continuous and iterative process. The AMS Institute's research and unique living lab studios enable live research of these challenges and solutions for the private and the public sector.
Yes, Mark. And these experiences feed into AMS education, such as the Master of Science program in Metropolitan Analysis, Design and Engineering, which will start in September 2017. Other educational activities of AMS are summer schools on master, postmaster and professional levels, and online learning, like this MOOC for instance, and the upcoming AMS MOOCs. Which brings me to what we really wanted to share with you. Who you are. You are a community of more than 10,000 people.
This is truly a stunning number. The normal number of students I have in a classroom is between 30 to 100.
And more than 50% of you are between 26 and 40 years old. And most of you have a bachelor or master's degree. But what I like most is that you showed an above average activity in this MOOC. And now the most amazing fact. You come from a total of 165 out of the about 195 countries in this world. So together we almost cover the entire world.
But furthermore, we would like to thank all the people who made this MOOC happen, as it involved a team of more than 65 people, of which 25 were lecturers, which you have already met in the various videos.
But it took also people to build the environment in ethics, and people that made the tools we used. And there were 4 community managers that did valuable work in checking your posts and responding to pressing questions.
There were people that advised us on the structure and type of assignments to maximize your learning experience. And of course, there's the studio staff that did all the recordings and post-processing. And don't forget the marketing and communication support from all institutes involved.
And finally, there is the overall coordination and project management, without whom this collaboration between 3 large educational institutes would not have been possible. In particular, Mariette and Mark, here standing next to me, have done an amazing job. Thank you, Mariette, and thank you, Mark.
Well, finally, all there is to say goodbye.
Yeah, it has to come to an end somewhere. We would like to thank you for joining us on this exciting journey. And we hope to see you all again in one of our many other upcoming AMS activities.
Goodbye.
Bye.